This video, we'll be talking about pollution and show examples of where pollution can be found in our day-to-day lives. But before we get into the discussion of pollution, the idea of waste needs to be fundamentally understood. In a previous video, we discussed what waste is, so let's do a quick review. Everything in the universe is made up of energy and matter. When this energy and matter react and interact with one another, they go through a process which also creates energy and matter products. So these products are going to be things that we intentionally made and unintentionally made. The minute something becomes unintentionally made and it becomes useless to us, it's known as a useless byproduct. And this useless byproduct is what we call waste. So when energy and matter go through any type of process, they always create byproducts, and the minute that byproduct is useless to us, that's waste. But what if that useless byproduct, that waste, becomes harmful? That's pollution. So let's look at an example to exemplify what this pollution really means. So let's think of a coal-fired power plant. You have some coal, you got some oxygen, you put in some energy with that, and that goes through a power plant. That's your process, and this plant is able to give you a product that you want. You probably put that coal in a coal-fired power plant for electricity, so that is our intentional product. And then things that we didn't intend, matter and energy that we didn't intend to make, like waste heat and mercury, also becomes emitted, and these are our byproducts. And these are waste. We usually don't find any use for them unless there's a power plant that's able to make use of the waste heat. That essentially all just becomes waste. But our mercury isn't just waste. It's harmful. It's harmful for humans in specific when ingested. So this mercury is harmful waste, also known as pollution. But it's important to note that harm isn't universal. It all depends on the perspective that we're looking at. So mercury is pollution to humans because it's quite dangerous to us if we ingested it. But in the perspective of a fish, mercury isn't pollution. It doesn't harm them in the same way that it harms humans or other ecosystems. Therefore, mercury to a fish would just be waste. Now that we know the definition of pollution, which is any type of energy and matter that's waste and also harmful, let's deconstruct some misconceptions that might be surrounding pollution. So, pollutants is any type of chemically classified toxic compound. So anything that's classified as chemically toxic is a pollutant. These pollutants do cause pollution, but aren't the only reason for pollution. So pollution and pollutants isn't synonymous with each other. And other examples where pollution does occur, but it's not caused by a pollutant, could be seen from light pollution, noise pollution, and litter. So, an example of light pollution could be the blue light emitted from screens of laptops and smartphones. Long exposure of this blue light has been said to cause some damage in retina and other adverse health effects and side effects. Noise pollution is the useless byproduct from vehicles and construction machinery, and essentially living in a big city, you may not notice it as you're always exposed to all the hustle and bustle and various noises. But noise pollution has seen to really adversely affect wildlife on how they're able to mate, prey, and just do general survival and day-to-day things. Litter, on the other hand, like plastic, may not be deemed as harmful to you, as you could be around it, hold it, and nothing would really happen. But the minute that plastic, let's say, finds its way to the ocean, various animals and wildlife in the ocean have been adversely affected by this litter. So it's important to note, as we said before, that pollution always depends on perspective. So just like holding and being around a plastic bag isn't really pollution to humans, that plastic bag could be life or death to an aquatic animal.